Hey everyone, welcome back. Get ready, because today we're going on a deep dive.
A deep dive.
I
Exciting.
know, right? We're going to be checking out this amazing creature, the Philippine eagle.
Oh, wow. Those are really something special.
Yeah, I was watching this video from the Philippine Eagle Foundation.
Oh, wow. The experts.
Yeah, straight from the source,
Yeah.
and I was just blown away. Like, right off the bat, they call this bird the king of the Philippine forests.
Hmm.
So I've got to ask you, what makes this eagle so, I don't know, so regal? Like, why does it deserve that title?
Well, they're incredible hunters, so there's that power aspect for sure.
Yeah.
But it's more than just, being strong or fierce or anything like that. It's really about their place in the ecosystem, right? They're at the top of the food chain, so they're keeping everything in check, in
Oh,
balance.
I see.
It's like imagine a forest without that apex predator.
Yeah.
Things could get out of control really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like they're kind of the guardians of the forest in a way.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
And speaking of place, the video kept mentioning that they're endemic,
Right.
which, it sounds very scientific.
It does. It does.
What does that actually mean for our eagle friend here?
Well, it means that they're only found in a very specific place and nowhere else.
Hmm.
In this case, we're talking about just 4 islands in the Philippines.
Oh, yeah.
So that makes them super special, but also, think about it,
Vulnerable.
very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because if something happens to those forests on those islands, that's it.
That's their whole world.
That's their only home.
Wow. And one thing that really stood out to me in the video was how big they are.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're talking 3 feet tall.
That's taller than a lot of
I
toddlers.
know, right? And then a 7-foot wingspan.
Unbelievable.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So what's the advantage of being such a, I don't know, a giant eagle?
Well, first of all, those wings let them fly through the forest, right? It's not easy to maneuver in that dense environment.
I can imagine.
But they're so agile, so powerful. And those talons, those huge talons,
Yeah.
those are for catching prey like monkeys and snakes.
Oh, wow.
And so it's just amazing how their body is perfectly adapted to where they live and what they need to do.
Yeah, they're built for it. I mean, 4,000 to 11,000 hectares for their home range. That's what the video said.
That is a massive area.
That's enormous.
Think about it, though.
Yeah.
They need all that space to find enough food.
Well, yeah, because they're in the forest.
Yeah.
It's not like open plains where you see, hawks circling around.
Exactly. It's a different hunting style, completely.
Yeah, that makes sense. But with all that space they need, I'm curious, how do they even find time to, have a family?
Well, they have a very, I guess I could say, deliberate approach.
Mhm.
They only lay one egg every 2 years.
Whoa,
Just one.
every 2 years.
It's a slow process.
That's incredible.
But it makes sense when you think about how much energy goes into raising just that one chick.
Wow. I mean, that really underscores how fragile their population is, right?
Absolutely.
But the video also said that they're super loyal, to their mates, and even to the places they nest.
It's true. They mate for life, which is pretty amazing in the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
And they often come back to the same nesting site generation after generation.
Really?
Yeah, it's incredible.
So it's like their own little family legacy.
Exactly. So you can imagine if one of those nesting sites that's been used for, who knows, decades, even centuries,
Gets destroyed or...
gets destroyed, that's a huge blow.
Yeah. Oh, and they mentioned an eagle in captivity lived for 48 years.
Wow. Yeah, and that brings up a really interesting point.
Yeah.
Captivity versus the wild. It's, they're protected in captivity, no predators.
Right.
So they can reach those really impressive ages.
Mm.
But in the wild, it's more like 30 to 45 years.
Still a long time.
Still a long life.
Yeah.
But it shows you the challenges they face just to survive out there.
Yeah, it really highlights how every day is kind of a battle for them. And you know what really struck me was how the video kept emphasizing the connection between the eagles and the forests.
Yeah.
And even, children and the future of the Philippines.
Right, yeah.
What do you think they meant by that?
Well, they're talking about the bigger picture, right?
Mm.
The Philippine eagle, they're what we call an indicator species.
Okay.
So if they're doing well, it means the whole forest is doing well.
Oh, that makes sense.
Which means clean water, clean air, all those things that affect people.
Yeah.
And especially, the future generations coming up, so it's like a chain reaction.
Oh, yeah.
If you protect the eagle, you're protecting all these other things.
And the video really drove home the point that these eagles are found nowhere else.
Exactly.
So, the Philippines has a really unique responsibility.
Absolutely. It's not just a national treasure, it's a global treasure, right?
Yeah.
And to
Yeah.
lose that, it wouldn't just be a loss for the Philippines, it would be a loss for everybody.
There was this one quote that really stuck with me. It said, The lush vegetation and the diversity of species speak much of the habitat it represents.
Hmm.
Like, the eagle is a symbol of all that incredible biodiversity that's at stake.
Absolutely. It's all
Yeah.
connected. The
Yeah.
fate of the eagle, the fate of the forests, the fate of the people. It's all intertwined.
So, wow, we've covered a lot.
We have.
Just to kind of sum it up, the Philippine eagle, powerful, loyal, long-lived,
Right.
really important for their ecosystem,
Yeah.
but facing some serious challenges, habitat loss being the big one.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, these eagles can live for decades.
Mm.
They come back to the same nesting sites for generations.
Right.
What does that tell us about the choices we make today?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah?
How do our actions today affect the environment tomorrow
Yeah,
and the generations that come after us?
definitely something to think about.
Def-
For anyone listening who wants to help, I highly recommend checking out the Philippine Eagle Foundation website.
Yeah, great resource.
You can learn more about what they do and how to support their efforts.
Because every little bit helps to make sure that this magnificent bird can continue to soar for generations to come.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive,
Thanks for having me.
and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.